Hello, and welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday. I think I do that every time. I don't know, old habits, right? So, today on Tech Tuesday, we're going to do a simple one. We're just going to go in and kind of take another look at the customer profile pages in the DeltaNet, so you can see a little bit of what's on those pages, how you can modify things, and what you can modify. The main reason I wanted to go over those pages again is because we have added the ability to delete notes that you leave on customers now. So, that way we can go in and take a look at that. We have some more features coming here down the road, so we've got some big ones planned. Some big Tech Tuesdays planned in the next few weeks, but for now we'll take a look at this one. We'll keep it easy, keep it light, you know, with the holidays coming and everything. All right, so let's go into the DeltaNet. So to get to any of the customer profile pages, you can do so by basically clicking on the customer's name just about anywhere you can see it. So if you're on your welcome page, so when you first log in, if you don't have the agent dashboard system, you'll start on this page. And if you scroll down, you can see customer activity. So you can click on any of your customer names here. Or you can go to customers and customer center. And you can click on any of your customer names here in the hot new customers section, which is just customers with a recent activity. Or you can go down here to the customer detailed list and click on their name here. And then you can also, of course, filter this down to individual customers. So if I wanted to look at Ramsey Bolton's page, I can just type in Ramsey and click on his name, and that'll take me straight into his profile page. Now you can also go to leads and contacts and processed leads, and from here you can run a search based on any of the criteria on this in this section. The nice thing about this page is on the Customer Center, you're basically searching for customers by name. On this page, you can use any of this information or any combination of these filters to look for specific customers. So, you know, only people that have made a request during a certain time period or during a certain date range that have a specific last name and a specific request source. You know, you can do all of those filters combined and return, you know, really specific groupings of customers here. But for now, I'm just going to return everybody. So I'm just going to uncheck all the boxes and update. Scroll down here to our list of customers. And then from here, if I click on Actions and go down and click on View, that will also take me to this customer's profile page. So go ahead and use this page since we're here. I'll say last name equal to Bolton. Check my box and update. And there is Ramsey Bolton yet again. So Actions, View. And here we are on his profile page. So on the profile page, the first thing of note here, notes, so is that you can create a note on this page. So if I want to add a note to this customer, I'm just going to click Add New Note. This is my note. And the nice thing about this is it will date and timestamp that note so that you can continually add new notes to the customer, and it keeps track automatically of when you added them and also who added them. So if an admin were to go in and add a note to one of your customers, you would be able to see that here also. Now the new feature is you now have the ability, if it is not being restricted at the company level, to edit or delete these notes. So now that I've made a note here, say later on I realized there was a typo or anything like that, I can click on Edit, and I can go in here, make any changes I need to, and click Done. And now that note's been edited. I could also just click the delete button, confirm it, and that note's gone completely. So generally we suggest you don't delete notes because they, you know, by being timestamped like that, they will just sort themselves in order. So that way you can keep any old notes on the customer and just scroll down and view them later on. So you don't actually have to go in and get rid of them because, you know, you just keep adding new ones. It just keeps adding to this window, and you can just scroll up and down the window to see notes from back when you first got the customer to notes you just put in recently. So it's a pretty handy tool. Now the other thing you can do on this page is in the profile section, you can see all of the customer's basic contact information. And what we can do here is click on Edit Profile, and you now have the ability to add in multiple email addresses and multiple phone numbers. So this is their primary email address, and this is the address that's going to be used for any correspondence that you send out to this customer, if you send them an email through the DeltaNet or have them signed up for a saved search, anything like that. But if you want to add a secondary email address, it's not going to get any of those emails, at least not right now, but what it will do is just stay stored in here. So that way, if you have multiple email addresses for a customer and you want to keep track of them, you can add them here. Now the other nice thing you can do is when you add one here, and select whatever type it is, so something, that's somewhere.com, we'll say that's other. Now if I go down to the bottom and save it, just click done, you can see email and other email now shows up here. And if I go back to edit portfolio, I have another email field. So you can actually go through here and you can add several if you need to. Now the rest is the same. Password by default is also their email address, but if you wanted to enter a custom password for them, or if they entered a custom password, you could get it here. So if a customer comes to your website and they can't remember how to log into their portfolio account and they want to save a search or save a property, if they ask you what their password is, you can get it by going to their profile here and give them that. The phone numbers are in here. Like the other phone number, this one will expand, so if I fill something in here as kind of an additional number, and I click done and come back, I'll be able to add even more phone numbers. So now instead of just having daytime and evening phone, you've got daytime, evening, cell, and whatever else you want. And you can also enter their own property information, spouse, children information. If you want to opt them out of email or see if they're opted out of email, you can do that here. So the email opt-out, if a customer requests that they opt out or requests that you opt them out of email or stop sending them emails, you can go to this page and just click yes on email opt-out and then go down to the bottom and save it. And that'll opt the customer out of email. Also, if the customer uses the link in an email that goes out on your behalf by the system, it will unsubscribe them that way, and this will actually note what system they're unsubscribed from. So for example, if you are sending them campaign emails and they click the unsubscribe link in the campaign email and follow the process, they just click unsubscribe, takes them to a page and they just confirm that they want to unsubscribe. It'll actually show you that that's the system that they unsubscribed from here. So at that point, they're still capable of receiving things like email blasts and Home Finder or saved search emails. They just won't get your campaign emails anymore because they've opted out of those. But each of those other email types also contain their own opt-out links. So, every email that goes out to them on your behalf through the system in one way or another includes an unsubscribe link at the bottom. Now you can change their status, just predefined statuses in here that you can sort by outside of this page. You can add keywords that you can search by on the other page, the processed leads page under leads and contacts. The thing of note about keywords is I can say, say this customer is just looking for lake homes. So I type that in, but when I either hit tab or I click out of that field, it basically turns it into a keyword. So that way, if you want to add multiples, that's how you would do it. So lake homes, ocean front, and I hit tab, and then it turns it into that keyword. And then if I want to remove them, I just click on the X next to each one. Now the other thing you can do here is you can add the customer to a group. These are all of your custom groups that you've created in the system. You can attach labels to customers and even multiple labels. Same goes for groups. If you want to add them to multiple groups, you would just hold down the control key or the command key on a Mac and just click the ones you want to add them to. And then down here you can add in all of their company information. So if you want to store that in here to keep track of it, you can enter it all there. And once you're finished, you just click done, and all that customer's information has been updated. Now a couple other things of note is it automatically puts a call and an SMS link down here next to the phone numbers. So if you wanted to call a customer, especially if you're looking at this page on a mobile device, you can just go down here and you can click on the phone and it'll automatically open up the dialer on your phone and give them a call. Same goes for the text link. If you click this SMS link when you're on your phone, it'll open up your text app and you can send them a text message straight from here. So there you go. That is the customer profile information. You can see down here all the things that they have now been added to. Ramsey Bolton is a popular fellow. And there you have it. So there are a lot of other features on this page, but for now I just wanted to go over the new notes features so you can see that and also see the new profile information so that you can see how you can enter more than one email address and more than one phone number. Down the road we do have plans to make the system email out to those additional emails, but right now It's just a matter of storage. So the only other thing of note here is that keep in mind that ideally you want to enter an address for all of your customers in the system if you have one, if you can, because you can also print out mailing labels through the DeltaNet by just going down to the group section and clicking on labels. This isn't exactly part of the original topic, but just so you can see it. If I go to Customer Center, scroll down to my groups, you can see a label button on each one. I would just click the button, select my label type, and click Print Labels, and that brings up a page where I can print them all out, formatted so that they'll go on label sticker paper. So there you have it. So as always, thanks for joining me. I'll have some new, more exciting things for you next week. Like I said, we've got some new features coming, so hopefully those will be ready here soon. So in the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to go over those with you. And if you have any questions or comments, suggestions for new videos, anything like that, feel free to give us a call or send an email to support@deltagroup.com or just drop a comment on our video. Thanks a lot for joining me. See you next week.